already. Well, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another stream. And welcome to part 3. Working on this guy here. That's our PL-01 prototype tank made by Tacom, 1/35th scale. So let's get the intro going and we'll get started. So we have our main hull and our tracks and wheels all together. She's all nice and solid now, and so that's where we're at. Okay, so we're going to look in our book now that we're about halfway there. Yeah, we've got the staples there, so we're halfway through the manual with the hull installed. So let's take a look. Step number 11. Step number 11 is putting the side skirts on. So the side skirts are these guys here, these great big pieces. Okay, now a few minutes ago I just hit them with a little bit of the black Surfacer 1500 because you're not really going to see the inside, but at the same time, when you look at the side of this thing, if I do ever happen to pick it up, I don't want to look straight in there and see gray, right? That's definitely not what I want to see, which is going to be a little bit regretful. Speaking of that, with the fenders, I think I'm going to have to get in there with a paintbrush and get down in there and paint the underneath of the fenders gray, or black, I mean, or I'll just put a little bit of mud in there. That might work too, right? Anyway, let me change the camera and we'll get started on this guy here. I do have to run off in about 17 minutes as I've got some chicken cooking in the oven, but I will come back after that. So anyway, let me change my glasses here. Okay, so put our side skirts on. Simply just put them on, really. Nothing too complicated about that. I guess we do want to kind of have them lined up. We want our front edge here. Front edge lined up with this edge. Like that. That's going to be our guide. And then these all go underneath. And that's how it goes. Just like this. Just like that. And of course now you get the real representation of just how much of your wheels are actually showing, which is not a lot. And we've got what appears to be this edge actually tucks in just that little hair underneath there. See that there? If I can get it to focus, there we go. Okay, it tucks in. It doesn't quite, you don't want it flush, you want it backed up, just a hair like that, just like that, just tucked in, and that will align this underneath my hand there. You don't want to have a gap there, you want to have that tight. Okay, so that's what you want to have. So I'll put some glue down. Actually, I'm going to use both my glues, both this one, and I'll use my regular extra thin. I'll put this thicker one on our cross beams, like this. Okay. And let's get her in there. Just like that. Actually, I just want it flush, but I do find it's coming down the side here and not mating up properly. We'll see what the other side, see across here it's flush. But down as we get down on this side, it develops a bit of a step. I don't know if that's intentional or not. But that's what I'm getting, so. That's what I'm getting, so that's the way it is. So go around on all the surfaces it's touching. Not a lot on the front, just that little front edge is all we get. And then down our back. All right. So that's this side put on. It's done. Take a look at the other side and we'll see if I get that same little step that develops there. You can see that if I catch it in the light, you can see the step right there, right? Doesn't quite line up perfect. Let's see what the other one does. See if this one does the same thing. Gotta get it in the right spot first. Yeah, it does the same thing. Same thing, a little bit of a step here. So, the same thing. These edges. All the way around. I feel like it's going to be a shame when this thing is all black. Of course, black looks cool, but because of the, you know, the stealthiness that this thing is supposed to have, this is supposed to be a stealth tank, which means the surface is not very exciting to look at. It just looks crazy futuristic. Okay, our side skirts are on, just like that. All right, so we're going to set this aside because we're going to now work on our machine guns and our hatch, I guess, that go on the top of the turret. So we'll put this aside for now. And we'll grab some parts. So it looks like we want to grab our G, our F, and our K. So, got our G. We want G 10, 11, and 12, which I think are going to be these guys. 10, 11, and 12. The detail on these is actually pretty good. The sculpting is nice and crisp. Okay, that's 10, 11, and 12. Now we want F3 and F2, which I think those were part of this here and this here. These were actually in the top of the turret, or sorry, in the bottom. But I guess in packaging and shipping or whatever, this one got broken. So I want to try and glue this one back together. As it sits on the sprue. Try and get that back to the shape it's supposed to be. And glue those together. Okay, we'll let that sit for a minute while the glue dries. Okay, so we need number 2, which is this guy here. Let's go back in the box. We need K4. K, of course, is one of the clear parts. We want number 4, which is this guy here. Put him right there. Okay. All right. So make sure our nubs are clean. On these guys. Go. Okay, so we're going to take this, sitting like this, and we're going to make a little sandwich. Let's see, how does our sandwich go together? It looks like this. Goes together. We want to get this little tab that's right there. Okay, there's a tab right there, and we want that to go into that little notch right there on the gun. Okay, that's our alignment point, just like that. Okay, so knowing that, it's not perfectly lined up, but that's okay because we're going to put this one on the other side. Like this. And that way we can align our gun. And a lot of kits, they actually have the gun movable. They've opted to put a rectangular peg on there so that the gun ain't gonna move. Whatever the reasoning is for that, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, once you've got the thing sitting on your shelf, you don't really move that gun around very much, do you? Let's see, I've got about 3.5 minutes, and then I gotta run away real quick. So then we've got K4. K4 is our little clear guy. He's supposed to go in there. Let's see if he fits right off the bat. Yeah, he does. How about that? I wonder why they made that clear. I've never seen that clear before. There we go. I'm guessing that's some kind of a viewfinder targeting for the machine gun. We've got this guy who's going to go up on top. Once we clean up the nub mod, the ejector pin on him. Oops. Okay. And he's got a little tab on them that goes into a little tab right there on the top. And that's where he's going to align. Right there. Just like that. Okay, that part's installed. Now we've got our little broken piece. We'll try to be as gentle with this as possible. Because it looks like we're supposed to slide it in into this little notch on the main gun part and in here. Like this. Okay. It's kind of like just a little bit of detail that okay. And that's that. So that's this part done. So I'm going to set that aside. I need to run away, and it's just a minute here. Okay, and I will be back. Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
Moments later.
So I'm back, and we're going to continue on with our little gun. So we want to take G15 and 16 and put them together. G15 and 16. It's these two guys here. Okay. And then we also want to grab F6 and F5. And I think it looks like this guy. They don't have, do they have a number? Yep, that's number F6. So F5. must be off of this one. I might as well get all of the little parts out of there. Okay, so let's clean these up. Okay, so these go together kind of a funky way. Trying to get this oriented in the same direction that they're showing me in the picture. Looks like this, no. That. Maybe not. Okay, so there's that. This is 15. And then 16. Like this. That. So line those up like that. Eventually I'll get them lined up and actually holding them. Okay, let's put a little glue on there. And maybe they'll want to kind of stay together a little bit. So we get some glue working on them. Hold them for a second here. There we go. Oh. You're basically making a really funky little box out of them. Made them kind of delicate. Okay. That together, we're going to let that sit for a minute, let that glue cure. We're going to get F5 and F6. These are basically the handles for our machine gun. I would say, you know, I've built a couple of other tanks that have the machine gun on the top, right? And I would almost say, I'm not sure, I'm going to say that those other ones that I've built are in scale, 1/35. This seems a bit big. Because I've literally had photo etch version of these handles before, and they're definitely not as big as this, and not as big and bulky. So we've got this. Our little combination part here needs to go onto the back, and our two handles go on each side. So let's see how these fit on here. We want them in this orientation with our angled part facing up. And it's just that little slot, that little tab goes in right there, like this. But I think they're going to be easy. It's going to be easier to put this on first. It goes in like this. tip there. And just like this. Lined up in the center. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay. Next, a little glue on this guy. I got an ejector pin right there. I don't know if that's going to actually interfere with anything, so we'll just kind of shave that off a little bit. Let's check the other one. Yep, same thing. Ejector pin in that same spot. Okay. Get some glue on our little tab. And it goes right in there. Yeah, see, I am glad that I put the other piece on first. Because this is supposed to go... I have this upside down. It's supposed to go this way. Like that. And also, that means I have these upside down. So that's the way it's supposed to go. So I said before, our angled part on our handles are supposed to go up. They're actually supposed to go down. Okay. That's how this is supposed to sit. Is like this. So now that I have it in place, I'll put a little extra glue. Make sure we've got good contact. And I'm just going to stay. Okay. Put some glue on this tab. There we go, our handles are on. Are they really? They are now. Okay. That's it for a moment while we grab our other parts here. More stuff off of the G tree and off of the F tree. Okay. This looks like the smoke grenades launcher. So F4 is this guy here. We'll start assembling this guy. F4, and we want A9. A9. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Off of our A tree. Number 9, these guys here. I trimmed down what's left of our A trees just so it's a little smaller sitting on my desk. So what, those and these. little smoke grenades. Those 3 more. Okay, all these little knobs I need to throw away. Okay, so these guys are basically just going to sit. We're going to put the pins towards the part and we're just going to put them in like that. Okay. So we'll glue on that. And just line them up so it's flush and flat on there so you get the angle right. Okay. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. And we're going to do that, put all 6 of them on there. Which of course, as we get more of these on here, it's going to become a little bit of a challenge to get your fingers in there. Come on. They're all at different angles, right? And they do that on purpose so that they can fire smoke grenades in different spots, right? I'm going to do this. So I've got something holding it for me all the time. There's that one. That one. And one more. There we go. There's our smoke grenades. Okay? Just like that. Alrighty. So, we're going to grab more parts of our G tree. So we want 17, 19, 20. Oh, and of course, here's 19, is our hatch. Okay, there's 19. We want 17. There's 12, 13, 27, 14, 13. We want 30 and 31, which are these two here. There's 30 and 31 right here. Okay. And we need 17 and 20. $17 right here, this little square block. And then we 20. Similar looking guy. It's 28, 5, 4. That's 14, 13. Where's 20? I don't seem to have 20. Oh, I bet you I know. It's one of these maybe. Nope, that ain't it. Does that happen to be number 20? Yes, it is right there. Number 20. Okay. Cleanup time. Now again, a lot of the kits that I've built, I'd say all of the kits, the machine gun is movable. And it looks like this is your machine gun's going to pivot. So maybe I spoke a little too soon when I said the gun won't move. Okay, so first things first, let's get our smoke grenades on here. They line up on this little tab right there that's sticking on there. Okay, there's a little tab right there. If I can get this to focus and show you on here. Doesn't really want to. See that little edge right along here? Right there. That's what we're going to put our smoke grenades on. So I'm just going to put a little glue on the bottom of this. Like that. Okay. And to get that lined up. Just like that. Okay, so that's on there. Now what else we got to do? We got to take our G17 and put it in that little slot. Not sure what G17 is, but it goes into that little spot there. The tab that it fits into, that it is actually rectangular, so it does only go, it goes one of two ways. whichever you prefer. I'm just going to make sure it's kind of straight up and down, and it's going to be happy in its home. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to take G17, we're going to put him, or sorry, G20. He's going to go in here. Looks like this way, just like that. Again, I'm just going to make sure it's straight. There we go. And then we put it on both sides of the gun. Like this. And then it goes into the slots on the side. So I'm going to put this one in first. Just because now I've got a lot of pieces that are glued in. I want that right just like that, and I want it straight up and down. So I'm going to glue it in like that. So I'll glue there and on the side just to make sure she's going to stay put. Like that. It goes nice and solid against that block, so that helps out a lot. I think I've got just enough time to finish this off, and then I'll have to go. So put a little glue on there, and just like the other side, just a little bit up there. Except this time we'll put our gun in like that. Line that up. This is going to be the challenge now. Maybe I'll have to put my gun in. See, if this isn't going to work, so you sit them off to the side. Gun in first. See, they don't show you in the order. There's no order of operations here. So now that I've got that piece on, I can't put my gun down. I can't put this guy in. Now with that on, now I can put that piece in. So keep that in mind. You have to put the gun on first, and then your little bits. Of course, it makes... Oh, that's great. Not sure why my camera decided to crap out on me. I guess that's good timing anyway, because now that I've got this assembled, I've got a couple minutes and then I gotta go. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Put this back on here. Alright, so we are going to have some movement in our gun. Not a lot, but it's enough. That's about it, really. And of course you can't really see because I don't have the big camera on. But our gun is assembled. Okay, so that needs to dry. But like I said, I've got to get going in about a minute here. If we flip the page just to see what's next, we're going to put our ammo belt on, and we assemble a couple of more things. I'm going to do that next time though. The gun's going to sit here and let that glue cure, and I'm going to get going. That's where I'm going to end it for today, guys. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you for coming out, and thank you for all the support. I want to let you guys know again that over 70% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed. So please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free, but it does help me out quite a bit. So please hit that subscribe button. And also hit that like button if you like this stuff. And yes, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming out. And all the support that you guys give me. Thank you so much. It's really awesome. And anyway, that's where I'm going to end it for today. And we'll see you all in the next one.